Hello, food enthusiasts. Welcome to Culinary Chronicles, a tasty, tense adventure. I'm Zara, and joining me today is my co-host Ethan. We're about to embark on a flavorful journey through time, exploring cooking verbs in the simple past and past perfect tenses.
That's right, Zara. Today, we're stirring up a linguistic feast with 6 essential cooking verbs: bake, boil, fry, grill, roast, and steam. We'll be serving up some delicious anecdotes while honing our grammar skills. Are you ready to dig in?
Absolutely, Ethan. Let's start with bake. I remember a time when I baked a birthday cake for my roommate. I had prepared everything meticulously, or so I thought. As I placed the cake in the oven, I realized I had forgotten to add sugar.
Oh no, what a sweet disaster. Did you manage to salvage it?
Well, after I had baked the cake, I tried to remedy the situation by dousing it in syrup. Let's just say it wasn't my finest culinary moment, but it certainly taught me to double-check my ingredients.
That's a valuable lesson, Zara. Speaking of lessons, let me share a boiling experience. Last summer, I attempted to make pasta for a dinner party. I had boiled the water and added the pasta, feeling quite confident. However, I soon realized I had forgotten to salt the water beforehand.
Ah, the cardinal sin of pasta cooking. What did you do?
Well, after I had boiled the pasta, I tried to compensate by adding extra salt to the sauce. It wasn't ideal, but my guests were polite enough not to mention it. Now, let's move on to fry. Any crispy tales to share, Zara?
Indeed, I once fried some tempura vegetables for a Japanese-themed dinner. I had prepared the batter and heated the oil, feeling like a true chef. But as I started frying, I realized the oil wasn't hot enough. By the time I had fried all the vegetables, they were more soggy than crispy.
Oh, the disappointment of soggy tempura. It's all about that perfect oil temperature, isn't it? Now, let's fire up the grill. I have a story about the time I grilled salmon for a family barbecue.
Ooh, sounds delicious. What happened?
Well, I had marinated the salmon overnight, feeling quite proud of my forethought. The next day, I fired up the grill and started cooking. However, after I had grilled the fish, I realized I had forgotten to oil the grill grates. Half of each fillet stuck to the grill.
Oh no, that must have been frustrating. Did you manage to serve it anyway?
I did, but it wasn't the prettiest presentation. Let's move on to roast. Any oven adventures to share, Zara?
Absolutely. Last Thanksgiving, I roasted a turkey for the first time. I had researched extensively and felt well prepared. I seasoned the bird, popped it in the oven, and waited. After I had roasted it for what I thought was the correct amount of time, I took it out, only to find it was still raw in the middle.
A classic Thanksgiving nightmare. What did you do?
I had to quickly carve it up and finish cooking it in parts. We ended up eating much later than planned, but at least no one got food poisoning. Now, Ethan, let's round off with steam. Any misty mishaps?
Indeed, I once attempted to steam dumplings for a Chinese New Year celebration. I had folded the dumplings carefully, feeling quite accomplished. However, after I had steamed them, I realized I had forgotten to line the steamer with cabbage leaves or parchment paper.
Oh no, did they all stick to the steamer?
You guessed it, I ended up serving deconstructed dumplings. Not quite the authentic experience I was going for, but it certainly made for a memorable meal.
Well, Ethan, it seems we've both had our fair share of culinary adventures. From forgotten sugar to sticky dumplings, we've certainly put our cooking verbs and tenses to the test.
Absolutely, Zara. And I hope our listeners have enjoyed this tasty journey through grammar and gastronomy. Remember, whether you've baked, boiled, fried, grilled, roasted, or steamed, every kitchen mishap is a learning opportunity.
Couldn't agree more, Ethan. And to our dear listeners, we hope this episode has inspired you to experiment in the kitchen and with your language skills. Until next time, keep cooking and keep practicing those tenses.
Thanks for tuning in to Culinary Chronicles, a tasty, tense adventure. This is Ethan.
And Zara, signing off. Bon appetit and happy learning.